restorer, my life giver. You are the living God, and there no one like you. No one can love me like you do, God. No one can help me like you help me, Lord. You are the living God, and there no one like you. Ekueme, 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 ekueme. You are the living God, and there no one like you. See, actually, you're the first person to play a courtesy call. I mean, Mr. Paul Burke reached out to me, was away, and if you know Paul insists that I should meet you, and I understand you'll meet in the leader of the opposition
Yes.
in a few hours. I tell you, I will admit to you that I've heard the song, but I didn't know some of the voices behind the song. So I know that you have been a stalwart in the music industry.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, it's nice to know, and nice that Big Stone and the crew is giving you the respect and showing the respect and roll out the red carpet for you.
Thank
For you and
very nice guy.
so when was the last time you were here?
The last time I was here,
Last year. So you visit Jamaica regular?
Not too regular, but I come when I get the chance.
Chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you don't look like 76 there. Yeah.
You hear that?
Yes, yes. The question that I want to ask also, I remember I was at 1979, I was at Black River, walking barefoot to school. And I remember that day when Bob Marley's funeral, in 1981, I was going home for lunch. I remember it on the radio, everybody was playing, it was carrying live on RGR and JBC at the time. But were you at the funeral?
No.
You weren't at the funeral?
I didn't know until a little while.
Really?
Yes. I didn't hear nothing. Because I was in New York and I didn't hear nothing until about a week or two.
After, because communication those times wasn't
Yes.
up there. And obviously the government of Jamaica at the time didn't extend the courtesy.
No.
Yeah.
But I miss Bob. I
Yes.
miss Bob.
Yes, yes.
Very nice guy.
So what you have been doing over there, what, 1 week now or 2 weeks? I didn't, and I heard, I know it's, I heard the name, but as I said, the name didn't ring a bell at the time for me. Then now when I've seen the bio and watching the videos and then, I mean, for me, the fact that I just learned, I didn't know there was no surviving members of the Whalers.
Okay.
I didn't know, so this visit, your trip back to Jamaica this time around, at least highlight that for me. I mean, and I'm sure that it will, people will, I mean, coming over the news or on social media, people will start to know that there at least there's one surviving member of the Whalers. Probably knowing Paul, probably I'm sure Paul gonna be. Paul, have you ever received an award or so?
No. Nothing.
She's an unknown quantity. But, Mr. Mayor, down the line, we want to put some mark at where she grew up. And Kingston being now declared a cultural city,
Yes.
I know you will consider it.
Yes.
And you can just tell the mayor where you grew up
Yeah.
and what it was in your community at the time.
Yes. Well, I grew up at, starting from 5th Street. I grew up from 4 5th Street, Trenchtown, and then I go to Columbus Road, and from Columbus Road I moved to New York.
Okay. Yeah.
So everybody passed, my brother, my mother, everybody passed. So, yes, this man.
Yeah. It's beside you. But probably, Paul, what we could do is not only just the where she grew up, but we could look for at some possibility of some form of award from the KCMC. And I'm sure you will, speaking to the leader opposition, also probably something can to Babsy.
Yeah, well, Minister Grange wanted to meet with her and will meet with her. Unfortunately, Minister Grange is in Washington, comes back on Sunday night, but on our next trip, her first point of call will be Minister Babsy Grange.
Yeah.
And not just for entertainment, but gender affairs, the fact that you have had a female unrecognized, and Minister Grange is very strong on these things.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So that meeting will be arranged whenever she returns.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. And of course, you and I will speak about what the appropriate thing for the KCMC to do. And I would have loved to do it in time on the next visit. I would love to do that in time for the next visit. I'm sure Big Stone will add with that.
Most definitely. I'd like to ask a question on camera. It's very important that I do, if I have the opportunity. Good morning again, Your Worship. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting Bev and making her trip a little bit more memorable, because oftentimes she comes to Jamaica unknown, nobody don't even know who she is. And most of the photographs that you see on the internet was when she was 14 plus years old. She's now 76 years old. The question I would like to ask you, sir, she was actually born somewhere there and grew up on 63 Columbus Road. Now, in the United States, those buildings that Bob actually met her, because that was where it all started for her. She sung at Chuckamore Lawn, and after singing at Chuckamore Lawn, Bob heard that this young 14-year-old had an amazing voice. She sung the Patti LaBelle, Down the Aisle I Walk With You, and the place erupted. They tore the zinc fence down, the gate down, and everything. Bob overheard about this little 14-year-old girl, went to 63 Columbus Road, knocked on the gate, went, sat on the veranda, and stayed there for a while until her mom came home from work. That should have been a landmark, because that is where something significant happened. And she also lived on 5th Street. I noticed there's a sign there with all the people that from that Mortimer Planner, Lassell Perkins, her name is on it. But I saw something with Nesbeth further up the road, right there in front of Tony Spalding Stadium. I would love for something like that to be erected for Beverley.
It's something that we can consider, certainly. We will have a discussion. I will start to have a discussion with the councillor for the area, because what we try to do is to make sure we get the community involvement and buy-in from the community. And we'll also speak to the member of parliament on it. So it's something clear, something that we can do. So that's why I'm saying that we will have some discussions as to a fitting to her. And we have to move very fast on this one, because I would love for it to be done, whatever it will be decided to be done, in time for her next visit.
Okay, thanks.
That would be wonderful. Hopefully, if the powers that be grant her, maybe in October she'll be given the award of distinction somewhere, or next year. But something like that should be given to her in her lifetime while she's alive. All the roses, so she can smell it, feel the textures, and so on.
Yes.
I think everything that should be bestowed upon this.
I do agree that. I know that the application forms should be soon be available for those awards. So we look forward for the 6th of August for that publication, if it is this for this year, if not for early next year. I would certainly love to do something from the KCMC even before. Wow. And it made our views known to the public before that date. So certainly would happen.
Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
So you will be the agent to discuss our Paul.
Claude is sparing this project.
And I hope I can find it.
No, man, I'm usually in your
I know.
constituents.
But you just can't find it here. Yeah, but it's something that we can discuss. What I will do, I will have a discussion, you and I have a discussion with the councillor,
Yes, sir.
Sarah Marshall.
Yes, sir.
We can do this early next week.
Yes, sir. That would be great.
And probably we can come down there and do it. One evening, let's come down there and do it and start to have that discussion. I don't know if Paul will go into the, you're going to lead up opposition.
No.
Okay. And then I reach out to the leader of opposition also on that matter.
Well, this afternoon, you know, we're having a little farewell dinner. I don't know if your worship is that busy at 4 o'clock. An invite, we're having nice brown stew fish and fried fish and rice and peas and so on in honor of her.
Okay, where will it be?
It's at Thompson Street and Septimus Street in Arnett Gardens. By George's little corner right there.
I'm going to try, have 4 events this afternoon, but I'm going to try my best. But I will also ask you to invite the councillor. Let us start a discussion there today. Sarah, let me take along Sarah and Councillor Newman along with me. All right?
That would be so great.
Yes.
We're looking forward.
Yeah, man, I'll
Even
do
for a moment, you know.
and I'll
just
come,
to-
I promise I can't stay all
Yes,
day,
yes.
but all the time, but I'll be there.
Yes, sir. We really do appreciate that. Well, Your Worship, the Mayor, I want to thank you so on behalf of the Moody's, Beverley Kelso and Basil Moody.
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you
and
too.
I hope I see you somewhere.
Good, good. I'm happy to meet that I'm in the presence of a legend.
Can I go ahead now?
Look like my brother.
Yeah?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure I take a picture
That's what
before
I just want to thank you, Worship the Mayor, for affording us your quality time and accommodating us, sir, on this historical visit with Miss Beverley Kelso. It's an honor to sit with you. We are your first courtesy call, so that makes it also hysterical. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I'm happy to have you.
I gotta go. Yeah.
All right. Okay.